Good afternoon, class. Once again, we are here with a new topic, that is the potential appraisal. The potential appraisal basically refers to the future kind of activity, refers to the appraisal which we use to just identify the hidden talent and skills of an employee. The person might or might not be aware of the hidden skills and talents which he or she is having inside. So we can say potential appraisal is a future oriented appraisal whose main objective is to identify and evaluate the potential of the employees. The head of the department and the immediate boss is very well aware what a person can do, what are his skills, his potential, what would be his growth chart. So when the immediate boss or the management of the organization used to identify the potential of an employee, this activity is known as potential appraisal. There are some standard definitions of potential appraisal, like potential appraisal is a process of determining an employee's strengths and weaknesses with a view to use this as a predictor for his future performance. When the management is just identifying and determining the strengths and weaknesses of an employee, we used to call it, this process is known as potential appraisal. Another definition says that it is a future oriented appraisal aimed to identify and evaluate the potential of the employee so that we can promote him or her to higher positions whenever the positions occur. So these are two standard definitions of potential appraisal. Now the question arises, what is the need for this kind of appraisal? See, this kind of appraisal is generally required when we want to make our organizational environment a competitive one. We want there should be a healthy competition among the employees to go higher. When we want that most of our positions should be filled within the organization, we want to, we can say, promote our existing employees. We used to fill the existing positions with the in-house facilities which we are having. We want to boost the morale and motivation of the employees. And of course, we want to retain and attract the new and best talent. So this is all about just making our organization healthy and competitive. So in a similar fashion, if you want to inform our employees for their future prospects, how long he or she can grow within the organizational setup, we want to just update training and recruitment activity. Just there are certain positions and we want to fill those positions within the housing facilities available with us. We want to just promote some very good performing employees. Just these are the things. That's why we used to call a potential appraisal process is a future oriented process, because in this method we used to motivate the employees for further development and just to enhance their skills, just to make them safe. If you will stay with the organization, you will grow, move forward. Now, characteristics of the potential appraisal. This is the process of identifying hidden skills and abilities in a person. The time for potential appraisal is not fixed. Whenever the vacancies occur, whenever the time occurs, whenever we think that that particular person is performing very good, extraordinary on that particular position, and this is a time when he or she should be promoted to the higher position, we used to perform this activity. In several organizations, this is a part of performance appraisal activity. But very important point, it does not guarantee promotion. So what is the process and steps of this particular performance appraisal? First step is the role should be clear. Role description. A good potential appraisal system would be based on clarity of roles and functions associated with the different roles in an organization. The requirement is extensive job description to be made available for each job. These job descriptions should spell out the various functions involved in performing the job. I mean to say, every employee within the organizational setup should be clear about his or her roles and responsibilities. He or she should know whom we have to report. So that's why we used to call it role description, means their JD should be very clear. What are their roles and responsibilities? Then only he or she can perform better. Then only management can understand the potentials and the hidden talents of every employee. Second step is the quality required. A person who is assessing the potential of any employee should be well qualified. He should have the managerial capability and qualities to assess and analyze the employees. He should be well behaved. He should know the concept of this particular potential appraisal and performance appraisal. Technically, he should be sound. The person who is performing this potential appraisal means the immediate boss, or could be a HR manager, or could be a person from the management committee. Now, what are the indicators of qualities? Sometimes in this process, we used to take the rating by their immediate supervisors, immediate bosses, head of the departments. We used to conduct psychological tests. We used to force our employees to play simulation games and exercises. And of course, we used to take the records from the HR department for their performance appraisal. Now, how that particular system should be organized? Once the functions, role descriptions, qualities required to perform these functions, and indicators for these qualities, mechanism for generating these indicators are clear, everything is clear and in place and in sound position to establish and operate the potential appraisal system, then we should perform it. Feedback is again a very important part in potential appraisal. The immediate boss and the head of the department is the best person who can give the feedback about any employee if you want to just promote that particular employee for higher position. In multinational companies, a very good concept is popping up these days, that is the 360-degree feedback. 360-degree feedback means if you want to understand the performance of an employee, not only we used to take the feedback from his or her superior or immediate boss, we used to take the feedback from the subordinates also. From feedback from the superior, feedback from the subordinate, feedback from the clients whom he or she is interacting in day-to-day activities, and feedback from himself also. This is known as 360-degree feedback, and this could be very useful if we have to just understand the potentials of any employee. It would make us understand the strengths and weaknesses, and of course they create the opportunity for his or her development. Then techniques of potential appraisal, very important, very famous one is the self-appraisal form. In this form there are some fields just like name of the employee, his designation, department, reporting officer means immediate boss, responsibilities, accomplishments, goals for next appraisal period, area of improving, that is which he himself thinks that I should improve myself on that particular position, and the problem faced. Has he recently faced any problem? This is very important point. On that basis, we used to analyze what are his decision making capabilities, how he can handle the problems. Then, has he applied any kind of solution to overcome that particular problem? What are the probable solutions he thought of? What are the measures taken for personal and professional development? Has he joined any kind of course? Has he just updated himself according to the scenario prevailing in the market? Best and worst aspects of the job, which he thinks this is my best aspect and this is my worst. This is all about to understand the strengths and weaknesses. And we should know, does he or she think his superior support him? It means how comfortable he is in working with his immediate boss. This form should include the behavioral parameter, just like his communication skills, interpersonal dealing with others, problem solving, teamwork, adaptability, flexibility, decision making capability, leadership, peer appraisal, superior analysis, management by objective, psychological tests, management games, leadership exercises, and these are the things which should be included in the self appraisal form for potential appraisal. Thank you. Goodbye.